A service of KIBMradio.com, the Internet's home for an all old-time radio.
Of the everyday grind? Ever dream of a life of romantic adventure? Want to get away from it all? We offer you Escape.
Escape, designed to free you from the four walls of today for a half hour of high adventure.
You are adrift in a native canoe somewhere off the Solomon Islands. Ahead of you lie the unknown terrors of native savagery. And closing in on you is a white man whose gunboat will smash you to the bottom of the sea.
Listen now as Escape brings you John Russell's story, The Price of the Head.
The possessions of Mr. Christopher Pellet were these: a bad name in the island, a suit of docks in which he lived and slept, a continuous thirst for liquor, and a satisfying red sister. And strangely enough, he had a friend, Karaki. Now, no man can gain friendship except by virtue of some decent quality attaching to him, and Pellet had none. How then explain the loving devotion lavished upon that drunken brute by the gentle Nicky? This was the mystery at Fufuti. But mystery or no, Pellet himself became unendurable to the decent, peaceable folk of the town.
Next shot's gonna kill you, Pellet. To help me, I'd put a bullet in your drunken brains. Get out.
All right, I'm going. In Silver Isles there lived a wench whose eyes were blue and nose was... Hey, Mummery! You missed the fun, Mummery. Mummery?
Take your hands off me, Mr. Pellet. You're an offense, sir.
You're an offense, sir. Karaki! Where is that boy?
Someday Mr. Howe may be obliged to shoot you.
Now, you shoot me, that'd be murder. And murder's fine talk for company agent, Mr. Mummery. Where's that boy? Karaki! Come here, Karaki!
Karaki, come quick. Here's shot. You all right? No hit, Pellet, anywhere?
No, I'm fine, Karaki, fine. Go fetch one bottle of rum. You come along home, huh?
Take along, Mr. Howe. Pay for trouble. Catch him bottle. Wait here. Me no be much long. You wait.
Fine fellow, that Karaki, eh, Mummery? Only friend I got in this filthy island.
May I suggest, Mr. Pellet, that perhaps if you behave...
Suggest nothing. I got a headache. You tell Karaki I've gone to the beach, huh? In the Silver Isles there lived a wench whose eyes were blue.
He'll pay for this mess, but next time he blows up, I'll put a bullet in his leg.
No, Mr. Howe. No shoot. Karaki all time. Pay good.
Well, Mr. Mummery, beat it, Karaki.
I'd like to chat with you, Mr. Howe.
Right with you, sir. Boy, Jack, give Karaki a bottle of rum and get this mess cleaned up.
Yes, sir, Mr. Howe.
Come into the office, Mr. Mummery. We're more cozy there. That Pellet ought to be in jail. The man's a mad beast.
He is, and particularly so on your run, Mr. Howe.
Oh, come now, Mr. Mummery. You can't lay Pellet's sins on my doorstep. Nothing I can do.
as long as he pays his bills.
Well, I'm a fair man, Mr. Howe, and I won't order you to stop selling pellet your run if there's any other way to handle the matter.
Well, to be honest with you, sir, I do make a small profit on Crocky's pearls, what he pays me with. Though nothing enormous, mind you. Still, I'd do without it not to have pellet about. When I walk down the street, I have a feeling the natives are laughing at me just because I'm a white man, too.
By heavens, it's true. And something must be done at once.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Howe, I'll try talking to him like a gentleman, but I'll be firm with you. Now, if you'll send Moy Jack with a message that I'd like to have him for tea tomorrow.
Tea? You don't mind my saying so, Mr. Mummery. Tea isn't...
All right, then. Tell him there'll be whiskey.
That'll do it, sir. And good luck with him.
Thank you, Mr. Howe. Tagara, whiskey for Mr. Pellet, girl.
It's been years since my throat's been wet by good Scotch whiskey, Mummery.
Yes, I'm sure.
You live well here. Fine house, good liquor, servants.
I work hard, Mr. Pellet, and I stay sober.
Should have been a preacher, Mummery. You missed your line in Copra.
No, if you please, Mr. Pellet, we are not discussing my career.
No, well, go on, Mummery. As long as I'm drinking your whiskey, I'll listen to your chatter. Girl?
You make it difficult, Mr. Pellet.
I mean to.
Yes, I suppose you do.
I didn't expect you to invite me here out of friendliness, Mummery.
Well, you could have friends, Mr. Pellet, if you lived decently.
I live the way I want, and I've got a friend.
A savage.
That's odd. Never thought of Karaki as a savage. I suppose he is.
Yes, civilization lies lightly on these people, Mr. Pellet. At heart, Karaki is nothing but a heathen from Bougainville.
Bougainville. Yeah, you know Karaki likes it there. He's always talking about it. Well, you must probably talk about your home.
But there is a vast difference, I'm sure.
Rocky's quite a serious little man. You just haven't to know him, that's all.
Well, we scarcely find much in common, I fear. Good heavens, Mr. Pellet, surely you haven't sunk so low as to have forgotten everything we stand for out here?
I have no use for any man, except Karaki. He's the only friend I ever had.
But how do you know what is going on in that head of his? How can you tell?
I don't have to. So far he's treated me right, it's enough.
But you have no respect for the position the rest of us here must maintain. You disgrace us in the eyes of every native on this island.
Oh, I'm impressed. Didn't know I was that important a figure, Mummy. Tagara, whatever your name is.
You're beyond reasoning with Mr. Pellet.
You can go on trying, Mummy, as long as the whiskey holds, huh?
Have you no pride, man?
I cleaned out a bar in Sydney once, alone, against 9 sailors.
No, that's not exactly...
I engineered a mutiny aboard an Arab dhow in the Gulf of Oman some years back. I sold a cargo at Bahrain for pretty figure, Mummy, pretty figure.
Well, that's certainly compounding a crime.
That cargo was illegal in the first place, Mummy. Slaves it was. Little boys and girls in India.
But, Mr. Pellet, I must ask you once and
The
for all.
bottle's almost finished, Mummy. What do you want?
Will you take a job if I offer you one?
A job? Mummy, I stopped working 9 years ago. I'm against working.
All right. Then I must ask you to leave this island on the next boat.
I like it here, Mummy, and I'm staying here.
Well, I can't make you go, I suppose.
You suppose right.
But I do have certain powers. The company controls the sale of liquor here, Mr. Pellet. And if I order that none be given you...
You do, yeah?
I would.
Unless I take a job of leave, huh?
Exactly.
Well, I'm not working. I'm not leaving, Mummy.
Then you won't be boozing either, Mr. Pellet.
Give me the rest of that bottle, girl. I've earned it.
Good day, Mr. Pellet.
That night, the order went out to serve Pellets, no more rum. However, the alcohol he had taken on at the Asian's house saw him through until noon the next day. He awoke then with a terrible thirst, and by evening he was raging. You cannot cut off alcohol from a man who has been continuously drunk for 9 years without results more or less violent. Karaki, with the patience of a saint, bore the brunt of it all. Karaki, the little heathen from Bougainville, a place where some people were smoked and others eaten. It took 2 days of awful torture to break Pellet's spirit, and on the morning of the 3rd, the man was shattered.
Feel much better today, no?
No, Karaki, it gets worse.
Karaki putting box from ocean last night. You want him fight big fella shark. Drink blood, you say.
It was out of my head. Clean out of my head.
2 or 3 weeks, you'll be fine once more, my word.
I can't wait 2 or 3 weeks. I gotta have a drink, Karaki. I'd die if I didn't get a drink.
Wait a few days. All fine.
You don't understand, Karaki. I can't make it. Go tell Mummy I can't make it. Tell him I'll leave on the next shift.
No, can't leave. We're pretty much all the time good friends, Karaki and Pele.
Yeah, I know, but I'm no good dead, Karaki. You go tell him now.
No, can't leave. Wait.
You tell him or I'll tell him, Karaki, but I'll have a bottle if I have to chill together.
Not now. Sleep for a long couple hours. Then go, maybe.
No, now. I'll let it go myself.
No, please.
Karaki, let go of me. I'll smash you. I'll have my rum and no man will stop me.
No, can't leave. Not now.
Mummery! Mr. Pellet, please. Come in, man, come in.
Mummy, I need a drink.
No, Mr. Pellet, not a drop here or anywhere else.
Give me a drink, man. I'll get on your blasted ship.
Oh. So then you agree to leave?
Yeah.
And on the next ship?
Yes, on the next ship.
You can have your rum.
Yeah.
But you'll be on that ship when she sails.
I'll be on it. Give me a drink, man, quick.
So you can get a drink at Mr. Hull's. I'll send a message to him.
Mummy was all I could do to get this far. I need a drink now.
All right, Mr. Pellet, but just one. I will not have you disgracing me in my own house. Yeah? Take it.
One more.
No.
Give me that bottle. Now, Mummy, if you come to Michael Howes with me, I'll buy you a drink.
No, thank you, Mr. Pellet. I'd rather not be seen in your company.
Write a note to Howes. Tell him to sell me rum. I'll take it with me.
You have to get drunk now, Mr. Pellet.
Now. You back out of this and I'll kill you, Mummy. Now.
All right, Mr. Pellet. But it will be a happy day for all of us when you're aboard that ship.
I'll find you another island, Mummy. Maybe you'll be transferred there one day.
God forbid. I'll write you your note, and I want to see no more of you till the day you leave.
That's good enough for me. You're dull company, Mummy.
At least I'm a gentleman, Mr. Pellet. And I have enough respect for myself not to become a walking insult to me and my race.
The note, Mummy, the note. You can come to Howes and preach to me. I don't mind it there. Hurry, man. Hurry.
You are listening to The Price of the Head, tonight's presentation of Escape. Sometimes it's fun to escape with an adventure story as you're doing now. At other times, it's fun to relax with music. Tomorrow on CBS Radio, you can enjoy the second in our series of Helsinki's festivals. The program will open with the Sibelius Symphony No. 5 in E-flat major and continue with 4 more of his most impressive works. Enjoy easy listening on World Music Festival tomorrow over most of these stations. And now back to Escape and the second act of The Price of the Head.
In the days that followed, Pellet became a sodden lump of flesh preserved in alcohol. He did not smile, nor dance, nor exhibit any of the amiable eccentricities that sometimes recommend the drunken to a certain toleration. He was a brute, and he behaved like a brute. But all the time, waiting for the day the ship would arrive, Karaki remained true, and showered more devotion than ever upon his friend. He spent his evenings outside Michael Hull's bar, patiently waiting for Pellet to get drunk enough to take along home. Night after night, Karaki waited, while the white men stood roaring inside.
Boy, Jack, bring me another bottle.
Please, Mr. Pellet. Close up now. You plenty too much drunk already.
Don't tell me when to drink. I'll go get that bottle, John.
All right, Mr. Pellet, all right. I get bottle. I fix you bottle.
Hurry it up, you bald clown. Who told you to open it? Next time I'll open the bottle. If you want a broken head, more, Jack. Where's Howe?
Mr. Howe gone home. Plenty good rum, yes, Mr. Pellet.
It stinks. so do you. So does everyone on this bloody island.
You like rum?
Here's what I think of your rum.
Now come here, Moy Jack, because I'm going to crack your head. I'm going to crack your head.
Karaki! Karaki! Take him along home now, Karaki.
A few minutes later, the wiry little Karaki had the white man across his shoulder and bore him down the beach to the miserable shelter of pandanus leaves they called home. There he eased Pellet to a mat, bathed him with cool water, and carefully brushed the dirt from his bright red hair and whiskers. Then he sat by with a fan and kept the mosquitoes from the drunkard's bloated face. He sat there all night while Pellet slept. It was midday before Pellet awoke and ground his way out of a painful fog of alcohol.
Rum, Crocky, rum.
Coconut more better. Here. Drink milk. Feel fine soon.
You'll find sooner about some rum, Karaki. I've got a bottle around here, son.
No rum. You drink too much rum last night. Too much Moy Jack rum.
Huh? What do you mean, too much Moy Jack rum?
Moy Jack put white powder in bottle. Make you sleep.
White powder? So that? What a little rat.
Moy Jack him all the time laugh.
Okay, well, slow down.
Be careful. Moy Jack him all the time carry knife. Cut face all up.
Little wax man. I'll murder him. Come on, Karaki.
You watch out for knife. And Moy Jack him plenty fast.
I'll kill him.
Watch him fella close. Tell it no get face.
I'll handle him, Karaki. Don't you worry.
Half in anger and half in anticipation of the pleasure of beating a man, Pellet staggered down the beach toward Howe's bar. It was the noon hour of repose, and all Fufuti was asleep. Pellet reached the bar and found Moy Jack dozing peacefully among the bottles. He woke him with a savage kick.
Get up, you dirty scum. Get up so I can bust holes in you.
You hurt me, Mr. Pellet. Let go.
Leave me a mercy, will you? Not again, you won't.
Now, I cut you. Cut you, Mr. Pellet.
Well, then, well, I'll just fix me a knife, too. Come on, boy. I'm going to twist this bottle around in your face.
Hold him.
That'll learn you to fight with a red-headed man. That'll learn you. He's dead. I killed him. I killed him, like I said, Karaki.
Yes. Dead. Plenty trouble now. Police?
Yeah. Come on, let's get out of here. Where we go, Karaki? We gotta hide someplace.
You go along house on beach. Wait there. Me fixing boat. Leave for footy quick.
What boat? You got no boat.
Me find a boat. Me I tell a friend, tell it.
All right. I trust you, but hurry, man. Hurry.
Pellet waited in terror in the shack on the beach while Karaki broke into the boat shed and with an axe smashed the bottoms out of the three crafts sheltered there. Then he opened the trade room and quickly gathered together a bundle of supplies, including a rifle and a box of cartridges. Next, he carried everything out onto the beach and loaded it into his white outrigger canoe that belonged to Mr. Mummery. Finally, he fetched Pellet from the shack, and together they hurriedly launched the canoe in the lagoon. Karaki rigged the big knot sail and then paddled out into the breeze just beyond the harbor entrance.
We made it, Karaki. We're safe.
Yes.
Hey, look, where are we headed for anyway? What island we go, Karaki?
Bougainville.
Craig, that's 800 miles from here.
All the same, we go a long way home.
800 miles?
We go. All fine. Always one bring you along my home.
All right, Karaki. I know why you're doing it for me, but I'll see you through.
It was not the beginning of a very pleasant voyage for Mr. Christopher Pellet. The fear of being captured and hanged was great enough, but added to it were the horrors brought on once more by the lack of alcohol. The first night he was too seasick to care, but by morning he was raving.
Rum. Give me rum, you blaster heathen.
No got rum.
You bloody fool, why didn't you pack in some rum?
Need water. No need rum. Got plenty water.
Curse you, Karaki, I don't drink water.
Better you drink water.
Well, I won't. Turn back. I'll take hanging to this. Turn back, I tell you.
Soon catch him. Warm, big fella wind. Blow straight to Bougainville.
No. How could you find Bougainville anyway? No. We're going back, I tell you.
Karaki easily tied the weakened white man hand and foot and continued to sail off into the open sea. Now and then he threw a dipper full of seawater over the white man and occasionally fed him with coconut milk. Karaki was an excellent nurse. He even combed Pellet's red hair and whiskers twice every day. By the time they reached the Santa Cruz region, Pellet's condition had improved and Karaki released him. They were now in an area peppered with tiny islets, and Karaki decided to land on the lee of one in order to replenish their water supply. He had dropped sail and was paddling slowly into the beach when suddenly, from out of nowhere, a cutter carrying 2 white men appeared behind them.
Ahoy! Big come! No catching Karaki and Pellet! Go away! Big go!
Put that gun down, Karaki. We're in enough from now.
Okay, I shoot! Oh.
For some foolish reason, the 2 white men did not believe a native would dare resist them, and for their mistake, they were both killed. Karaki, however, wasted no time sailing back into the open sea without his precious water, and 29 days later, he was doling out the few remaining drops to Pellet, taking none for himself. His every gesture was one of sacrifice, that his white companion might survive. Finally, on the 36th day, they sighted Choiseul, and by noon they came ashore. There they stayed for a week, fattening themselves on the unlimited supply of coconut.
So you think Bougainville is just under the horizon, eh, Karaki?
Yes.
Mighty good thing, too. You know, this is the limit of British authority, my boy. Big fella British master stopping here, and I can go that side. Eh?
Yes. No can punish Karaki for anything he do Bougainville side. My word. No catch Pellet. Never.
What makes you so sure of that?
Me sorry.
Well, all right, old chap. You got me this far. I trust you. You know, you're quite a fella, Karaki.
Yes.
Sure don't talk much, huh? I heaven, maybe Mummery was right. I'd sure like to know what goes on under that top knot of yours, my boy. I'd like to tell you how grateful I am. Wish I could show you. Listen, Karaki, me one big fella friend, long you, sabe? You one big fella friend, long me, sabe? Me 2 big fella friend always. What?
Yes, my word.
Oh, Karaki, you kill me.
And thus did Christopher Pellet express his gratitude to the quiet savage who had with rarest self-sacrifice saved his life again and again. And now that he was thoroughly sober, he could understand it no more than Mummery had, back in Fufuki. 2 days later, under a beautiful dawn, they sailed into Bougainville into a day that was crystal blue, and right up onto a dazzling white beach. Pellet was the first ashore, and he ran up to a rocky point to see all the charm of the place for himself. Karaki, in his simple and efficient way, proceeded about his own affairs. He landed what was left of the supplies stolen at Fufuki. A few minutes after, Pellet heard a gentle footstep behind him and turned to find Karaki standing there with the right little tip and the axe in his hand.
Me like too. Great place you got here, Karaki.
Me like him head.
Huh? What? Oh, me like him you too, Karaki. We big fella friend, right?
Me like him too much. One fella belong along you.
What do you mean? I don't understand.
Head here. Fine red whiskers. Big prize here. Smoke him head. Make him Karaki, big man on island.
You mean you got my head?
Fine head. Very fine head. Cut him off now.
That was the way of it. That was all the mystery. In Karaki's country, a white man's head, well smoked, was indeed a prize. But that of Mr. Christopher Pellet, with his precious red whiskers, was a thing to be desired above the love of women. And the simple, patient, enduring Karaki had served hard to win it. And did it really matter to Pellet how or why he died, since his own race would have hanged him for murder anyway?
Escape, produced and directed by David Friedkin and Morton Prine, has brought you The Price of the Head, a story by John Russell and adapted for radio by John Meston. Featured in the cast were Mary Jane Croft, Hans Conried, Ben Wright, and Jack Crucian. Also heard were Clayton Post and Herb Butterfield. Your announcer, George Walsh. The special music for Escape is composed and conducted by Leith Stevens. Next week.
There's a fortune in the captain of an airplane crashed on an island somewhere in the Caribbean. And only you know where it is. By your side, sailing the treacherous channels, smiling killer with a knife, from whom there is no escape.
So listen next week when Escape brings you E. Jack Newman's story, The Coward. There's music on Melody Ranch tomorrow on CBS Radio when the popular galloping cowboy with the golden voice returns. He's Gene Autry, as singing a saddle man as ever rode the range. Meet Gene Autry at the Old Corral when he returns to Melody Ranch tomorrow on most of these same stations. Stay tuned now for Night Watch, which follows immediately over most of these same stations. Where there's Gunsmoke, there's Western Adventure, Monday nights on the CBS Radio Network.
Of the everyday grind? Ever dream of a life of romantic adventure? Want to get away from it all? We offer you Escape. Escape, designed to free you from the four walls of today for a half hour of high adventure. In the middle of a great forest, quiet as a shadow. upon you, hunting you down like an animal, is a silent archer who will kill you with an arrow through the heart. Listen now as Escape brings you Anthony Ellis's adaptation of the classic story, Robert of Huntington.
Be known by all present that a sum of 100 pounds is placed upon the head of the outlaw, Robert of Huntington. And that an additional 50 pounds is to be the reward for whosoever shall name, kill, or capture the following: the felons Little John, Will Scarlett, Will Stuckley, Nick Much, the friar known as Tuck, Gamble Gold, Eleanor Dale, Arthur of Land, David Doncaster, Gilbert of the White Hand.
That proclamation was by order of His Worship the Sheriff of Nottingham, in whose house a meeting was taking place.
Robin Hood! Robin Hood! I'm sick of the sound of that name. Something's got to be done. It's gone too far. That they shoot the king's deer in the king's forest. Why, they call it their forest. Nobody's safe anymore. Beggar, tinker, bishop, nobody. It's got to stop. Now I want Sir Martin of Matlock to say a few words. He's offered his services in the name of the king and myself, Mr. Martin.
My lords, gentlemen, seems quite obvious that your attempts to put a stop to this Robin Hood have been anything but successful. I've heard it said that more than once the sheriff himself has been tied backwards on an ass and sent trotting home.
Quiet. We know all about that, Sir Martin. You mind getting to the point?
All right. The point is that in Sherwood Forest there's a band of about 140 who fancy themselves the savior of the poor and the scourge of the rich. Well, that's an old story, and one I'm sure we've come to know pretty well. Any excuse for outlawry. Well, I propose to stop them. To gather a force of men, 100 mounted, 100 archers, and 100 foot soldiers, go into that forest and exterminate Robin Hood with the others once and for all.
Wait. We can't afford to give you such an army without some kind of plan. And besides, most of our best men lie buried there as it is. What you're proposing has been tried. It's nothing new. You don't know these outlaws as we do.
I have a plan, your worship.
Oh?
I'll go into the forest alone.
Alone?
These outlaws don't know me, and I think because of that I'll be able to succeed. How? Let's say I pretend to be a wronged yeoman. They take me in to become one of the band. I find out their weakness, the sentry posts, everything I can to help us when the time comes for attack.
It's very dangerous, you know. We won't be able to help you if they don't believe your story.
Well, it's my life, your worship. I can do what I want with it. If I fail, you've lost nothing. If I succeed...
All right.
And the rest of you? Good. Give me a week. I'll get word to you when the time comes. My signal for the attack will be a blast on this horn. And now, my lords and gentlemen, I'll disguise myself as a poor but honest yeoman, foully wronged by His Worship the Sheriff of Nottingham.
The sheriff had made an ally in Sir Martin of Matlock, and with him the hope that his worst enemy, Robin Hood, would at last be brought to justice. In Sherwood Forest, two men dressed in Lincoln green sat lazily beside a brook. One tall, handsome, his cap set carelessly at an angle on his head, shading the eyes from the sun. The other
a man, a giant, at least 7 feet, and an ell or more around the waist, chewing and sucking at the marrow of an entire oxen thigh bone.
I'm going to have to speak to Nick Much about the quality of the sheriff's beef, Robin. Got a feeling he's letting him graze on sound grass.
Pounded good enough, little... Little John. You know, I've been thinking.
Oh, sir.
When was the last time the sheriff of Nottingham came to Sherwood?
I remember. When Nick Much and I brought him. Remember we tied him backwards?
Yes, I remember. More than a year ago, wasn't it? Doesn't it seem strange to you?
Strange?
Yeah.
Well, no, dull maybe. Life isn't the same without that nasty little toad to worry.
Robin, you've got an idea.
We go to Nottingham, huh? We could do it again. 20 men storm his house.
No, I wasn't thinking of that. But, I have a feeling that something is wrong. He's up to something. I can feel it. The forest has been too quiet, and we haven't been bothered for a long time.
I notice you're growing the beginning of a pot.
Don't talk to me about pots, you great cumbersome horse. Little John. Wait a minute. What? Listen.
What?
Someone's coming. Pick up your bowl. Get me cover from the trees over there. I'll wait here. See who it is. And be careful, Robin.
Morning, stranger.
Well, good morning to you, my friend.
I seem to have lost my way. Can you tell me where I am?
Certainly. This is Sherwood Forest. Where are you going? Nowhere?
Anywhere.
Where do you come from?
Nottingham.
Huh?
Yes, today, thanks to the sheriff, I lost my cottage, my cow, my land, everything.
Oh? I'm sorry to hear that. Well, I know the forest well enough. If you like, I'll guide you through it.
Thanks. But, I'm looking for a man here, a particular man.
No?
Robin Hood. Possibly you know him. He's called an outlaw by some, but there are others who swear by him.
Yes, I know. Do you mind if I ask you why you want to find him?
Well, they say he's always in need of good yeomen. Now that I'm a felon in the eyes of the king, I've nothing much to live for, unless he takes me into his company.
Well, what is this nasty thing that you did?
It was one of the king's deer. I shot it and seen by a forester.
Yeah.
I escaped with my life, my longbow, and these arrows.
Uh-huh. Now, from the look of your eye, I'd say you have the making of an archer. Wait a minute. Little John? What's your name, my friend?
Martin Greenleaf.
This little fellow coming here is called Little John. Martin Greenleaf wants to join the band of Sherwood Forest.
I heard the talk. What are you called?
Robin Hood.
I wasn't sure.
Take him to David Doncaster, Little John, have him measured for his beaut of green, and then tell Nick Much to prepare some food for him. Welcome to Sherwood, Martin Greenleaf. I think you can see to it that you'll never have regrets for the day. So according to his plan, Sir Martin of Matlock was received with all the hospitality and kindness the outlaws could give. Only one looked on the newcomer with a jaundiced eye, Little John. Friar Tuck came upon the giant, suddenly whittling a shaving of wood. And what's the matter with you, little man, huh? Your face like that is enough to make a bee's nectar sour. Now, why aren't you at table feasting with that newcomer, Martin? Fat friar.
Go away, I didn't ask for your company.
Oh, save it so I don't like yours either. That's no answer to my question.
All right, then, I don't like him. This Martin Greenleaf.
Oh?
I don't know why.
Robin's too easy. He's a mark for a sad story. This fellow's told one, that's all. And if the story is true? If. I'd rather have found that out before inviting him to join us. You are a suspicious chap. Well, go on back and stuff yourself. I didn't ask you. Where are you going, Joe? To look for better company. But Little John had another idea. He dressed himself in the disguise of a tailor, and carrying nothing but a stave and a dagger, he made his way to Nottingham, where he hoped to find out what he could about Martin Greenleaf. But luck wasn't with him, because he'd gone less than a mile beyond the forest when he was seen by 6 of the sheriff's henchmen. And because of his great height, they recognized him. I tell you it is. It's Little John. I've seen him before when we fought the outlaws in the forest. Take him! But the odds were too great, and finally Little John was taken prisoner into Nottingham, where he was locked in prison to await the sheriff's displeasure. It was Will Scarlet who heard the news from a friendly tinker and carried it to the outlaws. Robin! Quiet, all of you, quiet! Quiet! What's the matter, Will?
Little John.
Well, what about Little John?
The sheriff's men took him by surprise. They got him now, in Nottingham.
When? He was here a little while ago.
That's all I can tell you. On the Nottingham Road, the tinker swears it was Little John.
All right, we'll go to Nottingham then. I'll pick out the sheriff's heart and throw in the dogs when we come back.
We will return to Escape and tonight's story, Robert of Huntington, in just a moment. For story and chorus singing, lend your ears to the Choraleers every Sunday night on most of these same CBS radio stations. Yes, later tonight, enjoy the Choraleers. And now, back to Escape.
When Sir Martin of Matlock heard the news, he smiled. He hadn't expected things to work so well, so quickly. But also the suddenness of the event had taken him by surprise, and he had to find a way to warn the sheriff of Robin Hood's decision. Because every available man would be needed in the attempt to free Little John, Robin gave the spy a sword and arrows, and the men in Lincoln Green began the march through Sherwood to Nottingham. They stopped at the edge of the forest, and Robin called a council meeting. We'll wait until it gets dark.
Oh, but every hour, Robin, every minute we wait, Little John has less of a chance.
Chance? What chance do you think we'd have if we attacked in daylight? That's it, Will. That's why we've got to wait.
Well, I say curse the daylight and curse the sacrifice. While we're talking, Little John may be dying.
There's no other choice, Nick. Darkness is only about 2 hours away. With it, we'll have an element of surprise. Without that, we're finished. And so is Little John.
Can I say something, Robin?
What? Oh, Martin Greenleaf, of course.
Wouldn't I be the least likely to be recognized among you? I mean, supposing I went to the prison alone, say as a pasty maker, selling my wares to the guards.
You've got a lot of courage, Martin, but what? You know, it may be the thing.
Oh, Robin,
If you were to make yourself known to the guards, they might not suspect. When they're relieved of duty and replaced by others for the night, that might be our chance. While they're changing, if you could give us the signal to attack.
3 blasts on my horn.
Yes, 3. If you are suspected, though, you know what it will mean.
I'll take that chance. You took one with me, didn't you, Robin?
All right, Martin. Do we all agree on it? Leave your sword and bow with us. We'll have them for you ready when it's time. And good luck, Martin. And in the prison, Little John Huntington was the sheriff of Nottingham and his guards. The sheriff was feeling very pleased with himself at that moment.
You naughty man. You're going to pay for all these years, you know. I've waited a long time for this. Perhaps you thought I'd forgotten your treatment of me the last time I was forced to go with you to the forest.
Thank you,
You'll pay. You're going to pay. Slowly. Slowly.
Having to listen to you is payment enough, you nasty little maggot.
You wait. You won't be laughing long. First, there's a little matter with your master, Robin Hood. I've got a surprise for him, don't you worry. Couldn't be better. We won't have to bring him out of hiding. He'll come to us. I know he'll try to do something heroic. Some poor, honest yeoman come to join your band today?
Then I was right.
Oh, yes, you were right. They'll come. When they do, we'll be ready. 300 men, you ugly pig. Waiting for them now inside the gates of the town. What have you got to say about that? My little John.
And at the edge of the forest, Robin and his men were also waiting. Each man silent with his own thoughts, and then the sun was gone from the sky. Robin stood a little apart, sharpening the blade of his dagger.
Hey, Robin, yes? Oh, fire truck. Now, Robin, I've been thinking. Yes? There was something little John spoke to me about before he left us. Well, what was it? This Martin Greenleaf. No? Well, go on, Will. Now, John didn't seem to know why, but he said he didn't like the man, didn't trust him. Now, that's strange for little John. Yeah. At first, I wondered about it. Then I forgot, and now I'm beginning to wonder again. And Martin's willingness to do what he's done. You know, it is possible that he is one of the sheriffs. No, I can't believe that. Well, you've always been a good man, Robin. That's one of the reasons I joined you. I don't say I blame you if you thought his story was true. But at the same time, if it wasn't, if he was lying, then little John's capture is on my head. Yes. Why would he be so anxious to risk his life? He doesn't know little John. Why should he care that much? I should have spoken of this before. Yeah, and before I might not have listened, which is even more foolishness. Call the men together, Fry. We've got to decide about this.
And they decided. There was no proof of Martin Greenleaf's wrongdoing, but the thought was planted and grew until the fears were shared by all of them. And then Robin made his plan. Meanwhile, at the sheriff's house, for there the lawmaker had gone to eat the evening meal, a servant entered, and close behind was Sir Martin of Matlock.
Sir Martin, you've got word.
Better than that. I've got their plan of attack.
You mean they're coming now?
At nightfall.
Better and better. We're ready. I never dreamed of such quick results.
When the guards are changed in the prison court tonight, that's the signal for attack. I'm to blow 3 times on my horn.
Good. The archers will be posted on the prison wall.
Yes, and pikesmen inside the gates. And once the outlaws are in,
those who haven't been killed by the arrows,
the horsemen can finish.
We've got him. We've got him.
But that wasn't the first time the sheriff had said these very same words, only to see his triumph melt away through his fingers. A little while later, as the last gleam of sunset was turning from gold to rust and clouds were tinged with purple, a ragged and forlorn figure was seen mingling with the soldiers inside the prison gate. Slowly, the beggar made his way closer and closer to the prison door. Then he was inside and sidling up to the guard who was watching the preparations in the court. Go on, get out of here. I haven't got anything for you. Get out.
Kind sir, all I ask is that you...
Don't make a sound or I'll cut your head off, and I mean it. Get away from the door. All right, quickly. Take me to the dungeon where you're holding Little John. And remember, one sound and you're going to be a very dead man. The key. Little John.
That you, Robin?
Yes. Oh, man, this time I was certain I'd be dancing at the end of a rope. Not yet, little man. Guard the key to the chains. Hurry. We've got to get out before the prison gates are closed. There's only a minute. Pretty small odds. We've got to run like hares. Oh, give me a second to exercise. Oh, this is the dog who hit me while I was chained. 1 second, Robin. Tilt your head, Master Foul Fellow. Just more. There. Now, Robin, I'm ready. Robin and Little John made their way back to the great prison door, and outside into the court where the light of day was almost gone. 2 soldiers were approaching the gate to close it, and in the center of the square stood Sir Martin of Matlock, bugle in his hand. Astride away, looking pleased, the Sheriff of Nottingham. Walk as quickly as you can and as close to the walls as possible. Come on. Oh, I'd give my life for my sword, even I stayed now. You shouldn't have come, Robin. When I say the word, run. Hey, look. Starting to change the guard at the gates. All I hope is when Martin Greenleaf gives the signal to blow the brains right out of his head. Because of the confusion, Robin and Little John escaped from Nottingham. And as he'd planned, Robin led the way across the Lee to a long hedgerow some 200 rods from the town walls. And there they stopped because behind the brush was Robin's entire force. And each man had an arrow ready in his bow. Give me a sword, one of you, and a bow. Here, Little John. I had not much hope of giving them to you, but I brought them along in prayerful faith. That old devil, thanks. Quiet now, men. They'll be coming out of the town in a moment. Be ready at the signal. And moments later, they saw the mounted soldiers ride out. And behind them had run the pikesmen and archers, fanning out in a solid line. The lights of Nottingham were behind them, and where the men of the forest were hidden in darkness, such was not the case with the sheriff's men. The sound of hoofs fell upon the stillness, and behind the hedgerow, every string full taut, every long bow bent. Terrible. Almost every horseman had been unseated at the first volley, and the deadly cloud of arrows continued to fall steadily amongst the sheriff's army. And when finally in complete defeat the archers and pikesmen were falling back, the men in green with drawn swords charged and completed the rout. It was Robin who came upon Sir Martin of Matlock. Martin, it's for your... tremendous stroke, Robin cut him down. The battle lasted only a few moments longer, and then on a signal from Robin, the men of Sherwood melted back into the darkness in the forest, leaving the field strewn with the sheriff's dead and hurt soldiers. Little John's wounded shoulder was attended to by Friar Tuck, as were the wounds of the others. And then a great merrymaking began, which lasted far into the night. As for the sheriff of Nottingham, at the first sound of battle, he ran into his house, and locking the door behind him, stood quivering in fear until the news of defeat was brought to him. And then his great courage returned, and he swore a mighty oath that someday he'd go again into Sherwood, and by his own hand bring Robert of Huntington to justice. Under the direction of Norman MacDonald, Escape has brought you Robert of Huntington, adapted by Anthony Ellis, starring William Conrad as Robert Hood. Featured in the cast were Lawrence Dobkin, Edgar Barrier, and Herb Ellis, with Jack Crucian, Vic Perrin, John Stevenson, Harry Bartell, and Peter Leeds. Editorial supervision is by John Meston, and the special music for Escape is composed and conducted by Leith Stevens. Next week. You are standing at the entrance of a walled Arab town, while behind you, coming slowly through the night, are the shuffling footsteps of a blind beggar who will lead you into a harrowing world of darkness and terror.
Tomorrow night on most of these same CBS stations. It's The Petrified Forest, starring Wendell Corey in the noted Robert E. Sherwood drama of romantic adventure. For a listening treat, be sure not to miss The Petrified Forest on CBS Radio tomorrow night. It's the sparkling addition to Broadway Playhouse's long list of outstanding dramatic productions. This is Roy Rowan speaking.
Of the everyday grind? Ever dream of a life of romantic adventure? Want to get away from it all?
We offer you Escape. Escape, designed to free you from the four walls of today for a half hour of high adventure.
You are making your way, fearful and alone, through the dark Caribbean night, while ahead of you, arms held out to you, stands the most beautiful girl you've ever seen, and the most evil.
Listen now as Escape brings you Herb Purdam's terrifying story, The Running Man.
It was hot in Taylor that night when it began. The little Honduran banana port simmered and stewed in a sticky heat that made your bones soft and your skin wet. Even Chato's casino wasn't much relief. The usual handful of chapinas and caribs crowded around Chato's warped and tired roulette table, while above, the big ceiling fan slowly churned up the warm, smoky air.
All right, little boy. Drop anchor in that number 4. Número 4, señores. Rojo. You win again, Captain Markham.
You got it, Markham, all of it.
My lucky night, lad. Yours will come.
Not me. I don't have lucky nights. That's Coman.
Es verdad, señor Owen. Lo siento mucho.
Yeah. I'm sorry, too.
I was hoping you would not be coming to see me tonight, Owen.
It's a monotonous world, Shadow. Every night you sit there on your stool playing that mandolin and watching me lose money. Every night I lose it and come to you to borrow it back. It's a pretty dull circle.
Oh, you? Que lástima.
I don't want pity, just money. 500 lempiras.
Ah, yes.
Well, come on, let's have it.
You're in a hurry, Owen. Always in a hurry.
I like to get places fast.
I know, but I think maybe you're running so fast you miss what you are passing.
Thanks for the philosophy, but I need the money more. What's the matter? My credit no good?
You owe me 4,000 already, Owen.
So? My plantation's worth 10 times that.
Plantations, I don't want. Just money.
Okay, forget it. I'll just have to sell some more bananas. Good night, Shadow.
Buenas noches, amigo.
Good evening, Owen.
Hello, Mr. Loomis. Mind if I sit down?
Hey, you lose again tonight, Owen?
Shadow ought to oil this swing.
We've been asking him to do that for 15 years.
Yeah. Always the same answer. Mañana. Tomorrow he'll do it.
He's a Carib. He's happy.
And the swing still squeaks.
Mm-hmm. Hey, look, Owen. Your socks are nearly half finished. They'll be ready by Christmas.
Christmas?
It's slow work.
You spend months knitting me a pair of socks you could buy for $5.
I like to knit. Gives me time to meditate.
Is that the same reason you stay in this hole? You've been a big man for the American Fruit Company 20 years. You must have enough to get out of Honduras.
Yes, Owen, I have enough money to retire. More than enough, I guess. But it's not just the job. Taylor's my home, as it will become yours.
Oh, no. Somehow I'm going to make enough money to pull out of here.
You'll change your mind. You're young and patient with life.
At least I get things done.
It's true. For 3 years, you've built up a fine plantation. You work hard, Owen. But you also throw a great deal away on Shadow's wheel trying to get rich in a hurry.
Well, if you don't mind, sir, no lectures tonight. When can I start shipping?
Well, what's your deadline?
I've got an order for 3,000 stems of Baltimore cut, due there in 60 days.
Well, company boat will be here in 3 weeks. I'll make space for your load.
Thanks.
Owen. You went broke inside?
Yeah.
Borrow?
Yeah.
You need some money to pay your field hands. Tell him to see my paymaster. He'll advance it.
Mr. Loomis, I don't know what to say. It just seems you're always helping me when I...
It's my pleasure, Owen. Perhaps someday you'll take over my place with the company. That would make an old man very happy.
That'd make a young man happy, too. Good night, sir.
One thing more.
Yes?
A word of advice, Owen, about Selena. Stay away from her.
What? Because of all the talk about her?
She's a bad one, Owen. A devil. Even her own people are afraid of her.
But I'm not a Carib. And speaking of the devil, I've got a date with her down at the beach. Look, sir. You don't believe in voodoo, do you?
Not exactly, but I respect it.
But I don't, sir. And Selena's the prettiest girl around here.
Yeah, she's beautiful, yes. But sooner or later you'll find out we really are speaking of the devil.
When I got to the beach, it seemed empty except for a few sleeping gulls. Then I saw her coming towards me in the brilliant moonlight. Selena walked like a cat on parade, her body swaying in unconscious rhythm, her long black hair flowing loose and glistening over her bare shoulders. Swimming or talking or just lying quietly beside me on the warm white sand, Selena was a wonderful antidote for loneliness.
Boy, you are happy with me, yes?
Sure, Selena. Sure I am.
Then why you look at me so funny tonight?
I didn't realize I had.
But, Senor Loomis,
He tell you bad things about me, no?
Forget it.
You know I am not wicked, like they say.
Sure, I know. But others don't. I'm tired of defending you. You've just got to stop playing around with voodoo, Selena, that's all.
I understand. I will let nothing come between us, Owen. Nothing.
Selena.
Owen. Now you'll not pay attention to what stupid people say about me. Will you?
No, Selena. Of course not.
Hello, the house. Anybody home? Here on the porch. Glad you came. I got a surprise for you.
Surprise?
How'd the loading go?
Same as always. Ship's pulling out now. What's the surprise? My socks finished ahead of time?
Oh, no. This is far more important than my knitting. Come inside.
Well, you're certainly being mysterious about it. What is it that's... Oh.
You must be Owen. I'm Betty Stannard.
Betty's the daughter of a friend of mine, Owen.
Yeah, and as a tourista, she'll need showing around the island.
Oh, but
Betty hardly needs some showing around, Owen.
Well, of course she does, and I'm the one to do it.
But you don't understand. She isn't...
All right. We'll let her decide. How about it, Miss Stannard?
Oh, well, you're rather impetuous, aren't you?
You should see him when he's gambling.
Well, Miss Stannard, what's the verdict? Can I be your guide?
Well, since you insist that I need one, I'll be delighted.
Well, you've now traveled on Taylor's One Railroad. 56 miles of it belongs to the American Fruit Company, but those last 4 miles are all ours.
Oh, and so impressive. Even from the maintenance car.
There's our house.
Your house. I'm only a turista, remember?
But if you stay, you'll be a chapine.
I think I'd rather be a turista.
What? Give up a chance at this wonderful life of tropical skies and red bananas.
And chiggers and scorpions and zopos and mosquitoes.
Huh?
And sopalotes and paludismo.
Wait. Stop.
Something wrong?
Plenty's wrong. I've spent 3 days showing you the sights of Taylor and the banana plantations, but I never said anything about black buzzards or malaria. Where'd you learn all that?
Here. I was raised in Taylor.
No.
Good money carrying bananas for my boyfriend.
Boyfriend?
He was 12. I was 10. He cut the stems, and I'd carry them on my head.
Never mind. I know the procedure.
Well, are you going to show me your house and the rest of your plantation?
So you can make more fun of me?
You were the one who insisted I needed a guide.
You and Loomis must have had quite a laugh.
Well, I admit it started out as a joke. But...
Yes?
Well, I've spent every day with you since I came here. I've got a lot of time to waste on a joke.
Perhaps you mean it's a lot of time to waste on me.
It wasn't wasted, Owen.
Betty, I owe you an apology.
Owen...
With me, it started as a kind of a game, too, but now it's changed. In 3 days, it changed.
Changed for me, too.
And you...
Yes, Owen.
Oh, Betty.
No, wait. Before you say anything, Owen, there's one thing we must settle. You're gambling.
Oh? What about it?
You must quit, Owen, completely.
You're serious?
I've never been more so. Will you do it for me?
Well, with my bad luck, I guess it won't be too hard to quit.
Promise me, Owen.
All right, you have my word on it.
Good. And now go on about the tropical skies and red bananas.
Zompopus and all?
Zompopus and all.
What?
Oh, no. What was that?
I don't know. It came from those trees there, near my house.
Sounded vicious somehow.
Probably just a wild cat. I think I'd better take you home, Betty.
Owen, that wasn't a wild cat.
Let's not talk about it. There's nothing to worry about, Betty. Nothing. It was dark when I got back to my house and found the Carib servants gone. The reason was in the living room. In the flickering light of 7 small candles lay what was left of 3 white chickens, ripped apart in a fury of feathers and bones. But it was the blood that made the scene one of utter horror. Dark, glistening blood. And crouching in the candlelight was Selena. When she lifted her head, I saw her eyes. They were dark fires of hate now. And she was no longer beautiful, but something incredibly evil. Selena, why are you here? Why did you do this?
Porque gods and devils love and hate, but no one knows why. Why?
Get out, Selena. Get out and take this voodoo junk with you.
I will go. See. But you will come to me, Owen. You will come.
Never.
You will come, for you are cursed tonight. I have put the curse of fortune on you, Owen.
The what?
From now on, you will never be able to lose. My wedding gift, sweetheart.
We will return to Escape and tonight's story, The Running Man, in just a moment. Univac, the magic electronic computer that adds up figures faster than people can think, will be on the job election night along with CBS Radio's top newsmen. Don't miss the special election returns broadcast at 6:15 p.m. New York time. And make CBS Radio your election headquarters on election night starting at 8 p.m. New York time. And now, back to Escape.
You will never be able to lose a bet.
Believe it? No, of course I didn't believe it. A voodoo curse by a hysterical Carib girl? Who would? But I found myself thinking about it, wondering what it would be like never to lose a bet. And I kept thinking about it, about all the wealth it could bring, the freedom, the chance to get out of Kayla. And finally I decided to test it. At least then I could forget the whole ridiculous business.
Oh, my. This last batch of yarn is certainly inferior. 5th time today it's broken.
Mr. Loomis, do you have a deck of cards here?
Yes, I think I do.
Where are they?
Well, let's see. Oh, yes, in that drawer there.
I don't see... Oh, yes, here they are.
Oh, good. You going to play some rummy with Betty? I always liked that game.
Would you cut cards with me, sir?
What's that? Oh, now, Owen, you know that I don't gamble.
For a penny. That's all, just a penny. Go ahead.
Oh, very well. There. Queen of clubs.
Now, my turn. King. I win. Try again.
9.
Jack. Again. Keep cutting.
6 of hearts.
8 of hearts. Again.
Oh, and isn't this a little bit silly?
No, please.
All right. King. Yeah, try and beat that.
Ace.
Well, you are in luck today.
I can't lose. Do you understand? I can't lose. The curse is working.
Curse? Oh, darling, that sounds like voodoo.
Voodoo? Maybe. I just don't know, but I just won 4 times in a row.
Owen, what are you talking about? Is something the matter?
I don't know, but I'm going to find out right now.
Owen!
I've got to play the wheel.
Too early, amigo. Later.
Now, Shadow, now.
So much impatience, my friend. The croupier is not here. No one is here but me.
Well, then you run the wheel.
Me? But I'm the owner. It's not proper that I roll my
Proper?
own.
Who cares if it's proper?
I do. Come back later and you can
You
play.
don't hear well. I want to play that wheel now, Primitivo.
Primitivo? You're giving me much insult, senor. An apology would save me the trouble of having to kill you.
I'm sorry, Shadow. That was a stupid thing for me to do. Here. I hope I didn't break it.
Well, it is all right.
I lost my head.
You lost a friend.
I said I was sorry.
See.
I'll come back later.
My casino is open to the public, senor.
Look, Shadow, I didn't mean that crack about Primitivo.
Adios, senor.
But I... Adios, Shadow.
Owen?
Betty.
I followed you here, Owen.
What?
Aren't you forgetting something?
I don't understand, Betty.
A promise you made to me.
Oh, of course, but this won't be gambling, Betty.
No, then what will it be?
You don't understand. I've got a curse on me. I've got to find out if it works.
And if it does?
Then I'll be rich. I can't lose.
You can lose me, Owen. And if you break your promise about gambling, you will.
Betty, wait. Betty, please try and understand what... Oh, for the Lord.
Owen, you're a fool.
Captain Markham.
You're taking a big risk with that girl. She means what she says.
She'll get over it. She's just worried that I'll gamble away the plantation or something. She doesn't understand about...
About the voodoo curse of Selena?
How did you know about that?
If I told you all I know about Selena, it would turn your stomach inside out. She's pure evil, lad. I learned that 10 years ago. Her curse will destroy you.
The curse of winning? That's a nice way to be destroyed.
There's no nice way to lose your soul.
Just what is it you know about Selena?
Nothing you'd believe now. But I know she wants you, and she may get you. And if that happens, may God have mercy on you, because she won't.
Well, I was warned, but it didn't matter then. All I could think about was the way I'd won cutting cards with Mr. Loomis. The curse seemed to be working. Maybe I was a man who couldn't lose. And that night in Shadow's Casino, I found out.
Número 7, señores. Rojo. You win again, señor Owen.
10 times. 20 times. I won. In half an hour, I had won nearly 4,000 lempiras.
Número 16. You cannot lose tonight, señor Owen.
Oh, not just tonight, Tomas. I can't lose, period. And to prove it, I'm going to break the bank right now. The whole works on number 1.
You're pressing your fortune, senor.
At 35 to 1, I'm pressing your fortune, Shadow. When that ball drops, I'll own this place. I've got Selena's curse on me, Shadow. I can't lose.
Alto.
Hey, what's the idea of stopping the wheel?
The game is close, senor.
What? Well, you can't do that.
I've done it, senor.
Afraid of Selena's curse?
You call me primitivo. That gives me the right to have a savage superstition.
Shadow, please. Please, give me a chance. This is the only place in Taylor to gamble. And I have to...
Senor, you are unwelcome here. My game is close to you permanently. Leave the chips on the table and your bet to me is cancelled.
But... All right. All right, I'll get out of here. I'll get out of Taylor. There are plenty of places in the world where I can play, and not for lempiras either.
So, Owen is gambling at the casino.
And winning. Selena has him bewitched right enough.
Isn't there a way we can stop this?
Well, lass, it depends on Owen. If he has the will to stop gambling, yes. But if he doesn't...
Owen.
Mr. Loomis, will you buy my plantation?
Oh,
and you don't mean that. You can have it at a bargain. It's worth $20,000. I'll sell it to you for $10,000.
No. Owen, you worked for 3 years.
Betty, I can run that $10,000 into millions. Don't you understand? But not here. I've got to go where the money is. Monte Carlo, Deauville.
No, I will not let you do this.
You won't. Well, you're taking a lot on yourself, Mr. Loomis.
Haven't I always, Owen? You're like my own son. You know that. I can't let you throw away your life on this crazy...
I'm tired of having everyone tell me what to do. All I want to know is what you'll give me for my plantation. Name your price.
Nothing.
Nothing? Betty, talk to him. This is our chance to be rich. I can make enough for all of us, but I need a stake.
You have enough money now, Owen. If you don't throw it away...
Throw it away? I'm going to turn it into a fortune. You call that throwing it away?
You don't get anything for nothing, Owen.
But I tell you, I can't lose. The curse works. I've tried it.
Even if it works and you can't lose, it's still a curse, lad. There's no happiness in it.
Shut up. I won't listen to any more of this sanctimonious drivel. Mr. Loomis, give me $5,000.
No, not 5 cents, Owen.
But you've got to. There's no one else.
All right, now, listen to me. I'll give you $20,000 for your plantation.
Well, that's more like it.
On the condition that you stay here in Taylor for 6 months to think it over.
6 months?
Yes. And if you still want to leave,
You're out of your mind. I'm leaving on the next boat, and you can't stop me.
I can. I'm a big man in Taylor, remember? Before you get your clearances from all the ministries and the national police, I can have you wrapped up in so much red tape you'll never get away.
It won't work.
It will work. And for your sake, I'm going to make arrangements tonight. Now.
No, you can't do this to me.
I'm doing it for you, Owen. That's the difference.
No, I won't let you do it.
Now, let me pass.
I said no, get back.
Mr. Loomis.
I'm sorry.
No.
Lass, what is it? Oh.
What's the matter? Is he hurt?
He's dead.
Just a little push, that's all. But when Markham lifted the old man, I could see he'd fallen on the needles with which he was knitting. The needles were buried in his back, and now blood was dripping from them onto the socks he'd been knitting for me.
You killed him. He was trying to help you, and you killed him.
No, it was an accident. I didn't mean...
Didn't you?
I only pushed him.
I think I'd better get the police.
Markham, wait. Betty, you know I didn't mean to hurt him. You know that, Betty.
Don't touch me.
But please, listen. I love you.
Get away from me. I don't want your love. Just leave me alone.
Won't you even let me explain?
Explain to the police.
Police? No. Markham, I've got to stop him. Markham, stop! Markham, please help me. They'll hang me.
They sure will.
But you know it was an accident. You can help me get away. Your boat.
My boat to get away? I'd scuttle her first.
Markham, I'll give you anything. Money.
Get it through your head, Owen. You killed one of the finest men that ever drew a breath.
But it wasn't my fault. It was a curse. Please, Markham. We're friends.
You don't have any friends. Not now. Except maybe Selena.
Selena? Yes, Selena. She could hide me in the jungle.
Aye, for the rest of your life. All right, Owen, go to her. She'll take you. I'll let you go. It'll be a worse punishment than hanging.
I was lost. One moment I was a man with friends, a sweetheart, a future, a man who couldn't lose. But now I was alone in a world of hate, with nothing to hope for, not even my life, unless... Yes. I turned and I saw her, Selena. She was standing at the edge of the jungle, smiling, evil. She was waiting for me.
Under the direction of Norman MacDonald, Escape has brought you The Running Man by Herb Purdom, starring Vic Perrin. Featured in the cast were Michael Ann Barrett and Gene Bates, with Ralph Moody, Don Diamond, Barney Phillips, and Byron Kane. Editorial supervision is by John Meston, and the special music for Escape is composed and conducted by Leith Stevens. Next week.
You are standing at the entrance of a walled Arab town, while behind you, coming slowly through the night, are the shuffling footsteps of a blind beggar who will lead you into a harrowing world of darkness and terror.
So listen next week when Escape brings you Kathleen Height's strange tale of adventure in North Africa, The Return. Tomorrow night, hear Herbert Marshall as Frankenstein on CBS Radio Suspense and Viva Zapata on Lux Radio Theater. Remember, Suspense and Lux Radio Theater tomorrow evening on most of these same CBS radio stations. Stay tuned now for Robert Trout with the news, which follows immediately over most of these same stations. Roy Rowan speaking.
This is Peggy Lee. Your vote counts. Hear the election results on the CBS Radio Network.
Tired of the everyday grind? Ever dream of a life of romantic adventure? Want to get away from it all? We offer you Escape. Escape, designed to free you from the four walls of today for a half hour of high adventure. Standing at the entrance of a walled Arab town, while behind you, coming slowly through the night, are the shuffling footsteps of a blind beggar who will lead you into a harrowing world of darkness and terror. Listen now as Escape brings you Kathleen Height's terrifying story, The Return. Freighter Menlo coursed slowly through the breakwater of the outer harbor. Most of the 12 passengers were on deck, looking north beyond the converging jetties to the modern city of Deserta. The two of us, a man named Tuckett and myself, Deserta was a destination. I didn't know what brought Tuckett here. I didn't really know what brought me here. I only knew that I'd looked for something all over the world without success. I'd looked everywhere except Deserta. Ashore, I checked in at a small hotel, and a short time later I was part of the early evening crowd on the streets of Deserta. All right, there you go. Hey, can you tell me how to get to the Arab? Oh, sorry, I didn't notice about your eyes.
One does not need eyes to perceive truth, Effendi.
No, I suppose not. What's your name?
Nega. The Arab town is north, due north of here. And the truth is everywhere, for all to see. If they will, but
Yeah, I hope you're right. Well, goodbye, Nego.
Siga, Effendi. Siga.
Reeser? It is Mr. Reeser, isn't it? Hello, Tuckett. I lost track of you when we came ashore. Thought I'd find you again at the hotel, but they tell me you're not registered. What are you saying? Hotel North Africa. How about joining you there for dinner, if you don't have any plans? I don't think I have any plans. And if I do, they can catch up with me there, don't you think? Oh, yes? Yes, I guess they can. My words didn't mean much more to me, but it did Tuckett. I tried to explain during dinner. Maybe the wine was talking, maybe me. Either way, Tuckett seemed interested enough to ask the question. I think I understand, but have you any idea what you're looking for, Reeser? I'm looking for a place where there's no struggle. No struggle for you, for anyone. I'm 40 years old, Tuckett. For a little over half my lifetime, I've traveled the world, worked my way. Freighters and expeditions, bummed along on foot. Worked to sea in the earth-flown fighter planes and freight lines above it. And I tell you, there's only one thing that's universal, the struggle. I suppose that's right. But it seems to me we're making a lot of progress in some directions. Now, medicine, for example. Oh, medicine's a good example. They licked pneumonia and found cancer waiting for them. They inoculate for smallpox, they find bubonic plague. For every achievement, there's a struggle waiting. I wonder if that's progress, Tucker. Well, I don't know. I never thought of it this way. You take food, clothing, and shelter, basic needs. Plus, in some parts of the world, people don't have them. But even when they do, there are bigger struggles to take their place. Fears, insecurity. Maybe you beat these things one at a time, but you've never got it made. While you're fighting against one struggle, another's being fed and made strong. And it never ends. Not until you die struggling to live. Funny in a way. You've come to Bizerta hoping you'll find a place where there's no struggle. And I've come here, well, to get into the struggle, I guess. I'm opening an import-export business. It's small and I'm sure full of struggle, but I'm not cynical about it or disillusioned. Yet. No, I don't feel cynical, Tucker. I'm just short on hope. I don't see any end in sight. Reeser, what would you change if it were up to you? The struggle. Show me the place where there's no struggle. That's where I want to be. I wonder what it would be like. Yeah. If you find it, let me know, will you? If I can, I will. I promised I'd get in touch with Tuckett in a few days. But as I went back to the streets of Bizerta, walking through the fine rain that was falling now, I wondered if I'd ever see him again. My course took me north, along the canal, through the modern city, past the ancient citadel, to the entrance of the walled Arab town. I passed no one, yet I knew I was not alone. Someone was following behind me. Soon I heard his footsteps at my side.
We are almost there, Effendi.
Oh, Nega. Walking without your cane to lead you.
I am come to lead you, Effendi.
Where?
Through the wall ahead. Your words have been heard, Effendi. You are ready?
Ready for what?
You have said, show me the place where there is no struggle. I am come to lead you, Effendi.
Where? How do you know what I've said?
You have asked enough questions of life, Effendi. Come. We go through the wall.
Oh, you're out of your mind.
Look about you, Effendi. On all sides there are walls. You have come too far to go back. There is no way back.
What are you talking about? I can't go back.
You have said the word. Show me the place. Through the wall ahead is the perfect place. I will lead you there.
This is crazy. You're crazy. You're blind. You can't lead me anywhere. Let go of me.
You yourself have said that struggle is useless.
I said let go of me, filthy old...
Saída, Fendi. Saída.
I had swung at Nagel with all the force in me, only to find myself flattened against the wall. Did I slip on the wet pavement or trip? I don't know. But it was no imaginary wall I'd hit. I felt the hard pain of it in the rain beating against my face. And then it was over. The room in which I awakened was large. Large and empty, with great windows at the far end and bright sunlight streaming through them. No room I'd ever seen before. My clothes were no longer damp. And there was no pain in me. I moved toward the sunlight. You were a long time coming, Lisa. I don't see you. Come out of the shadows toward the light. You will find me. Now you can see me, can you not? Yes, now I see you. You seem to know me, but I've never seen you before. I am called Zine. You are most welcome, Lisa. Yours has been a tortuous trip, I know. I don't understand it. That beggar, old fool, he said he was leading me to the perfect place. The important thing is that you are here, Lisa. Come, look through the windows. Oh, that's beautiful. Mountains and valleys, lakes and fields. Never seen anything like it. It is perfect. You are in the perfect place because you want to be here. You look the world over. You witness the struggle. You wanted to be free of it. Am I dead? Do you feel dead? No, I don't. I feel confused. There's so much I don't understand. I have questions. You will begin to see the answers for yourself once the processing has begun. Processing? There are things you must give up for perfection, Lisa. In the processing, these things will leave you. One of them is written in your expression now, doubt. You cannot doubt perfection and have it, too. And after that, you must give up fear and greed. Will you miss them, Lisa? No, of course not. There are other things, of course. Whenever you have questions, you will find me nearby to answer them. Do you have any more questions now? No. Then you are ready. Go on, my son. Go out and live in the perfect place. You hesitate. Why? Well, I don't know. Surely there's nothing to fear from perfection. You would not think so, would you, my son? I went out the door and down the path into the perfect place. Hesitation and fear grew less with each step. I turned a short distance away to wave back at Zine, but the door I had walked through was gone, and the building, the window, no sign of Zine. Somehow it seemed unimportant. I turned back to the path and walked ahead.
Hello, my love.
Hello?
I am Angela.
Hello, Angela.
You are Lisa, by love.
I knew you would be here when I wanted you most.
You were expecting me? You knew I would be here?
I wanted you. Take my hand. We will walk together, won't we?
I think we will, Angela.
Oh, my love. Ours will be a lovely time together. Perfectly lovely.
Angela was all of beauty, all of woman, grace and strength and delicacy. And she was always at my side as we walked the broad valleys of the perfect place. She was my love, and it was a perfect love. This land was all beauty. The people were all smiles. Every need was satisfied. And there was love in abundance, peace and perfection at every hand. And there was no struggle about anything. After a time when I felt the need of a friend, I found one. My friend was Lar, Angela's brother. He loved the sea. He had a fine schooner for fishing.
Angela tells me you enjoy fishing, Reefer. Name your fish, and I promise you boatloads of it.
Sounds wonderful. I have no preference. Lar, any fighting game fish is fine sport.
The day is perfect. The wind is perfect. Everything we need is aboard.
It's all very easy, isn't it?
It is as it should be. For fishing we need wind, and sail, and sea, and fish. So we have them.
Hard to believe.
I is there to seize and believe.
Well, the wind is failing.
Wow. And this must be the spot. The best waters.
The best?
We would not have stopped here if they were not the best.
Nice arrangement. Well, where's the gear?
The lines are out. They're just right. Go. See for yourself.
It's a strike, Lar. A strike here on the starboard line.
Pull him in, Lisa. He's all yours.
Oh, it's Albacore, a giant. Well, he stopped fighting. There's no fighting.
Pull him in, Lisa. He's a perfect Albacore. Perfect.
Never saw a fish get in so quickly. Practically jumped onto the deck. It kept down that way all day. Every fish that found our line fairly flopped into the schooner of its own volition. Laura had promised me a boatload of fish. We had them when Angela met us in port at evening. And there had been no struggle, no effort even in lifting a great fish off the line. It was phenomenal and rather frightening. Some days later, Angela suggested a deer hunt. And with La, we walked through the beautiful countryside, through fields, toward the wooded hills.
Look ahead, my love. Take your sight.
Oh, yes.
The first shot is yours, Lucy.
All right.
You see, love? Directly ahead. Perfect deer.
Yes, I see. Perfect deer. 30 or 40 of them. Lined up like targets. Couldn't miss one if I tried.
Fire, Risa.
I can't.
You want a deer. Oh, there they are,
No,
darling.
Angela, listen to me. Don't you see? We haven't hunted for deer. Part of the thrill of hunting is the hunt itself. And then the finding of your game, matching your wits against his. And then if you win, you've won something. Do you understand?
But you said you wanted deer.
And when we fished, you said you wanted fish.
No, look. If I said I wanted to hunt bear instead of deer, then all the bear I could shoot would be in the sights of my gun. And if I said quail or dust the sky overhead had become black with them, is that true?
Yes, my love. That is all true.
Yes, perfect. Like all things. No, but that isn't perfect. Can't I make you see? Oh. Look, Angela, just you and Laura. Go on, would you? I want to be alone a while.
Of course, darling. That is perfectly all right with me.
Perfectly.
Perfectly. Perfectly. I turned and walked, in no direction, toward no place. Inside, I was all fury and confusion and something more. I don't know why, but I was reacting to the constant smiles of Angela and Lar with something like terror. Then I stopped and lay on a spot of cool green grass to rest and think and not think.
What are your questions, Lisa?
Zane,
I said I'd be nearby to answer when you needed me.
it's hard to question. I just find perfection difficult to understand.
Do you doubt it, the perfection?
No. No, I've seen and known many perfect things.
You wanted assurance that there was no struggle here in the perfect place. You see no struggle, have you, Lisa?
No, none. But you must see everything. The fish, the deer, they have no fight in them. There's no sport, no challenge.
You wanted no struggle. You cannot have both struggle and no struggle. You once berated existence as a thing men struggled through and died struggling to live.
I know.
Your processing will go on, Risa. Step by step, it will go on. There will be no struggle. And you will realize that you cannot improve on perfection.
And when I turned to answer Zine, he was gone again. I knew he would be. He was gone. But that terror was still with me. There was goodness and kindness. There was plenty. Why did I fear it? What was its terror? My thoughts went to Angela. And soon we were together again, as if nothing other than perfection had passed between us. She took me into a village I hadn't seen before. The life there was simple, but perfect.
Is it not beautiful here, my love? Is not everything and everyone beautiful?
Angela, what do all the people of this village do?
Do?
How do they live? Do they work? Are there jobs to do?
Everyone does what he wants.
No. Who tills the fields and plants them? Who builds the homes?
So many questions always, my love. And questions about the simplest of things. The field. One goes there when one wants something. And one finds it. The home. Well, they're just here. What is to build a home?
Nothing to be achieved because all things have been achieved. There's no work because all the work has been done.
That sounds very well. Does it please you?
Yes, I guess it does.
Look, the men at the canvases across the way, they're painting. Is that doing something?
Well, let's have a look.
Oh, lovely painting. Perfectly lovely, are they?
This one is quite a good landscape.
And this one here. Do look at this, Lisa. You see? Perfectly lovely.
Oh, but they're just the same. They're identical. Every flower, the tree, the hill, just the same in color and size. Angela.
What is it, darling?
3 men painting pictures, and they're each exactly like the others?
Well, there is just one perfect landscape of this sort. How could it be otherwise? There is only one way to be, to do, to paint. And that is perfect.
And there's just one perfect book because there's just one perfect way to set words down?
Of course, my love. The perfect way.
Oh, no.
I wish Laura were here.
Tell me, this perfection... is it conformity? Angela, you wished me here.
Laura, he's full of questions.
Oh, just one question, Laura. Is perfection conformity? Must everyone think and do and act and write and paint in just one way?
There is just one perfect way.
Well, Zine didn't say I'd have to give up the things that make me me. That I couldn't work toward goals of achievement. that I must give up challenge in order to live in the perfect place?
You are so different, Reeser.
Angela, what if I should leave you? What if I were no longer your love? Would that be all right with you?
If that is what you wish. Perfectly all right, darling.
Perfectly. You're crazy. Tuckett ought to be here. Should see what I've seen. He'd laugh his head off at me.
Tuckett?
Yeah, someone who has a chance to work and dream and set goals for himself. And make mistakes. Honest mistakes. Gambles to win or lose. He can take his chances.
I think this Tuckett must be a very strange man.
And I think this is something I've been wanting to do for a long time.
What an odd gesture. I've never seen one man strike another before.
All right, Lark, come on, get up. Let's make a good fight of it, huh? A perfect fight. Come on.
Your hand becomes a peculiar color.
Oh, you won't fight back. You won't fight back because there's no struggle here.
You mention this word struggle often. Is it a good word? Struggle?
Yes. Yes, I think it is. They were smiling when I left. The whole village smiling broadly and waved at me happily. I ran, and then walked, and then ran again. The mountains surrounding the great valley were tall and steep, but I had to get through them or around them or over them somehow. I had to escape this perfect place.
You have further questions, Reeser?
Just one, Zane. How do I get out of here?
Get out. You want to leave the perfect place?
Yeah, and I'm leaving, and you can't stop me.
I would not try to stop you. If you really want to go, here, let me show you the way.
This is no trap?
Well, there is one thing.
Yes.
If you go, you can never return.
That's fine with me. In fact, that's perfect.
You'll be going back to the struggle.
This perfection, it's filthy, it's vicious, it's insidious somehow.
You prefer the struggle, then?
To this? Yes. The struggle is wrong. It shouldn't have to be. But we'll work on it. Every succeeding generation, at least there's work to be done, and the incentive is there to do it. Oh, brother, wait till I tell people about this perfect place.
Yes, Lisa. Tell them you found the perfect place. Tell them about the beauty, the perfection, about Angela and Lars and me. Tell them you were here. You saw it. That there's no struggle. Tell them you saw all this and ran. Will anyone believe?
My lips formed an answer, but no words came. And then suddenly there was no Zine and no perfect place. Only the rain beating on my face as I lay at the foot of a high wall, and I felt the hard pain in my back. Then I remembered it all, the beggar, Berserker, the walled Arab town beyond. It couldn't have happened very long before. I couldn't have lain there long. And I remembered that Tuckett was staying at the Hotel North Africa. And I hurried there to him. Tuckett! Tuckett, open the door! Tuckett! Good heavens, what's all the racket about? I'm sorry. I was anxious to find you again. I got in a fight in the native quarter. It was a mistake. I've been lying wet and cold in some back alley for an hour or so, and it's Reeser, isn't it? What? Reeser. Well, of course. Look, don't you remember a dinner earlier this evening? Reeser, of course, and I remember the dinner. I haven't seen you since, but after all, I should remember. It was only a year ago. Under the direction of Norman MacDonald, Escape has brought you The Return by Kathleen Heights, starring Lawrence Dobkin. Featured in the cast were Edgar Barrier and Gene Bates. with Paul Dubov, Tom McKee, and Paul Freese. Editorial supervision is by John Meston, and the special music for Escape is composed and conducted by Leith Stevens. Next week.
You are hiding, crouched waist deep in the murky waters of the Louisiana bayou. While closing in on you, coming towards you through the night, is a lusting mob, screaming for your life.
So listen next week when Escape brings you Jonathan Blaine's strange tale of adventure, The Loop-Garon.
Tired of the everyday grind? Ever dream of a life of romantic adventure? Want to get away from it all?
We offer you Escape. Escape, designed to free you from the four walls of today for a half hour of high adventure.
Crouched waist deep in the murky waters of the Louisiana bayou, while closing in on you, coming towards you through the night, is a lusting mob, screaming for your life.
Listen now as Escape brings you William Frug's unusual story, The Loop-Garon.
Morning, Gus. Monsieur Legrand. Going to be a hot day today.
Oui.
You shrimp nets filled?
Where is Marie?
Marie?
Where is your daughter, Marie?
Oh. He's delivering some medicine to Brother Coxey. He don't feel well today.
You mean he's drunk? I wish to talk to you about Marie.
Yes, Gus?
You have heard the village talk?
No.
I am worried for her.
Worried? Why?
Oh, she's been seen again on the levees with the stranger.
Oh? I didn't know.
There is bad talk about the stranger.
What do they say?
Oh, it is bad talk, Monsieur Legrand.
Tell me, Gus. Tell me.
They say the stranger has killed Pierre's baby.
Pierre? Gus.
I know the bayous, monsieur. Strange things happen.
But this thing is... No, I don't believe it.
It is not what you believe, but what the others believe.
Oui, that is true.
I have come to warn you.
About my Marie?
She is young and pretty and headstrong. I would not like to see her harmed. Now I have warned you, Monsieur Legrand. We cannot protect this stranger. But, Marie...
Oui, Gus, I will tell Marie.
We wait here. Gus
Hey, what does wrong?
I do not know. They say it is important. To be a pilot, that is life.
No, not you, Taco. You smell too much like shrimp.
What is wrong with shrimp?
Well, pilots smell like hair tonic. There's a big difference.
My cousin is pilot. He go on the boat to New Orleans every month.
I've been in New Orleans.
Pilots, smart fellows, Willie. They make big money.
Yeah. I get there plenty of women, I bet.
Yeah, plenty everything. To be a pilot. That is a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, here come Gus.
Bonjour.
Hello, Gus.
Hi,
my
Gus.
friend.
Where's the wine? Mosquitoes.
Here I have some wine.
Orange wine.
It is good orange wine. I made it myself.
Yeah, you drink this. I'm used to better.
Hey, Taco, give it to me. I ain't so particular.
I just come from Pierre's house.
How is little Trapper?
Oh, angry. Very angry.
Why, what's the matter? Ain't he getting enough for his muskrat?
His baby is dead.
Dead?
Oui.
Oh, he got 11 more.
Oh, I'm sorry for Pierre. He was swamp fever.
Oh, do not be so sure.
What you mean, Gus?
There are other ways for babies to die.
What you getting at?
Taco.
Yes, Gus.
You have seen the stranger?
Tall one, quiet one.
Oui.
Hey, I seen him. Walking down Levitt the other night with your gal, Marie.
I warn you.
Hey.
I have seen him, Gus.
Pierre's baby took sick the night the stranger come.
Huh?
Oui, that is right.
That was the same night I lose my car, remember? We all looked.
I remember well.
The car just disappeared.
The night the stranger come. Hey, the night he come.
An animal disappeared.
A baby gets sick.
There is only one way this can happen.
Hey, I seen a ghost once in the swamp.
The stranger, he live in the swamp.
An animal disappear, baby die.
What evil creature can do this, Taco, huh? What evil creature?
Loop-Garon.
Werewolf.
Loop-Garon.
Gus, what will we do? We are in danger.
Well, we do one thing. We'll fix him before he fix us.
Zeb.
Oh. Hello, Marie.
You come to see me, no?
Come to buy me some salt.
Huh. We have salt.
Marie, we have a customer. Oh, you're here.
Oui, Papa. It's Zeb.
Come to buy me some salt.
Papa, Zeb from Mississippi. It's hot there, too. Ain't it, Zeb?
I don't mind it none. You, like the bayous, Mr. Zeb? I reckon. Bayous got strange ways.
Zeb's going to be a big farmer someday, Papa. He's learning to grow things in the swamps.
In the swamps? Here's your salt, Mr. Zeb. Good day.
Don't you want me to pay you?
Just put your money on the counter.
Thank you.
Zeb?
Yes, sir?
We walk again on the levee?
Well,
Tonight?
I reckon.
Marie.
Yes, Papa.
I don't like this.
The what, Papa?
This Zeb. He's a stranger here. He don't understand the bayous.
Then I'll teach him.
There's talk.
What kind of talk?
Gus. He come to see me. Why don't you like Gus no more?
I like Zeb.
Gus's word for you. He says the village don't like Zeb.
Gus is jealous.
Well, there are others. They all say Zeb is evil.
I don't believe it.
Marie, honey, I know these people. I know the Delta. You gotta promise me you won't see this Zeb again.
My baby's dead. I am sorry, Pierre.
And you saw him near your cabin the night the child took sick. Did you not, Pierre?
I saw him with the girl, Marie, with the daughter of the storekeeper, I'm sure.
He was with Marie. Yeah, I thought that she was...
Never mind that. You saw the stranger, Pierre, huh?
Oui.
But there. What have I told you?
Gus is right.
Maybe we ought to ask Marie.
No, she is a child. She does not know about these things.
Yeah, but seeing how you and her...
You shut up. Marie is nothing to me. It is the stranger we must think of.
Gus is right. Stranger. He's killed my baby.
We waste no more time talking. Come. We get the others.
That you, Zeb?
Yeah?
I can't see like you used to. Getting dark out.
Yeah.
It's me, Brother Coxey. Now, ain't you going to ask me in?
Yeah, come on in.
Nice, cozy place you got here.
Thank you.
Got any liquor?
Reckon not.
Lucky I brought some. Want a pull?
No, thank you.
Excuse me, then. I come to talk to you, Zeb.
Yeah?
There's trouble, Zeb. Bad trouble. Been brewing a long time.
Why are you telling me?
Brother Coxey's your friend. I come to warn you, son.
I don't need no warning.
Then you hear it?
Reckon I did.
What you gonna do?
Ain't gonna do nothing.
Yep. This ain't no ordinary trouble. Crops is bad. There ain't been no rain. The people are stirred up.
This is my land. I aim to stay on it.
He that is surety for a stranger shall smart for it. That's from the Bible, Old Testament, Proverbs.
I don't care what the Bible says. This is my cabin.
Zeb, they don't want your cabin.
Then what do they want?
Son, you listen to Brother Coxey. I come here 47 years ago. I come to do good and preach the word of the Lord.
And I come with nothing but the shirt on my back and the good book in my hand.
I can't read no book.
There's good people here. But they got their ways.
What kind of ways?
They got their notions. Zeb, you ever heard of the fou follet?
Ain't never.
Ain't nothing but swamp gas. Little pockets of gas that explode in the swamps. Folks down here figure that there's evil spirits. When they see them, they just naturally got to start running.
I've seen them.
And it's the same way with the spirits, ghosts, zombies.
I never seen them.
Folks in the bayous have.
What's that got to do with me?
You ever hear tell of a Loop-Garon?
No.
A spirit that can change himself into an animal.
What kind of animal?
Any kind, feels like. Horse, dog, cow, anything.
Is there such a thing?
Folks here say there is. Loop-Garon kills people.
Well, if I don't ever see one.
Maybe you will, maybe you won't. You got to believe in him first.
I don't know.
Suppose you was one of them.
What? Me?
Just suppose.
I don't know.
That's why you got to leave this place.
You talk crazy, Brother Coxey. You drunk?
Maybe.
You better get.
Zeb, folks is saying that you're a Loop-Garon.
Brother Coxey, you better get.
Zeb, listen to me.
I ain't much for books. I'm just a farmer. I come here for a place of my own. I don't like crazy talk.
Son, this ain't crazy.
Get.
Wide is the gates and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction.
That's book talk again.
Matthew said.
Get.
Just this once, Zeb. Just this once, listen to me. You're in terrible trouble.
I can take care of myself. And I ain't moving off my land. Now you get it.
We will return to Escape and tonight's story, The Loop-Garon, in just a moment. Tomorrow night, don't miss William Holden as a hero beneath the seas in Lux Radio Theater's stirring adaptation of the screenplay Submarine Command. And now, back to Escape.
I'm just closing the store. Never mind, stir, come at once. Where? The orange packing shed. There is big meeting tonight. What meeting? The village. Whole village. You must come. Why? The stranger. We get the stranger. He has killed Pierre's baby. We must save the village. Go on without me. It is better you come. Yeah. Maybe it is better I come.
Papa, what is it? What'd Taco say?
Not for you.
It's about Zeb.
Yeah. Zeb.
The village is against him.
Yeah.
What's he done to them?
Well, he's a stranger. They're afraid of him.
There's more. Papa, tell me.
Well, they all say he killed Pierre's baby.
Papa.
I don't believe him.
Papa, you will help him.
I'm only one boy.
Then you must go at once.
I'll try.
Papa.
Yes?
Do you believe Zeb be evil?
I don't know.
He's not, Papa. I swear.
You love Zeb?
I love him.
Then I trust what you say.
Stop him. You must stop him.
Yeah, I'll go. Now, there's danger here, Marie. You stay inside and lock the doors and windows.
I'll go to Zeb.
No, Marie. You must not go there.
Go to Zeb.
Marie! Come back! Come back! There must be justice. In the Loop-Garon, that's justice. the evidence. That's fine. Is there any other who wishes to speak? I wish to speak, Monsieur God. Monsieur Legrand.
Speak. I have lived in the bayous many years. This is my home. And I've seen things I can't explain. Strange little lights in the swamps, the animals who disappear without trace, the men who suddenly die without reason. These things I can't explain. And I've seen the stranger who calls himself Zeb. And I say to myself, is this man evil? Or do I fear this man because he's a stranger? And the answer is yes. The answer is yes. I fear this man because I don't know him. And that's the only reason.
Enough. We have heard, Monsieur Legrand. There will be swamp justice. We do not kill. We tie the Loop-Garon to the stake and let the mosquitoes and the tapanos be the executioners. Justice for the Loop-Garon!
Look not thou upon the wine when it is red, when it giveth this color in the cup. At the last it biteth like a serpent and stingeth like an adder. Proverb 23.
You're drunk, Brother Coxey.
Drunker than alligator in oyster bed.
You better leave.
Drunker than drumfish in a shrimp net.
You better go home.
Is she ever going to get some sense, boy? Home is where the bottle is.
The bottle's empty.
Sure it is. 47 years in the bayous and the bottle is always empty. You try, son. You try your almightiest and they just don't listen. You try and you pray that the wrath of God will show them and they just don't listen. Well, they're here. Your company's here, then.
They can come.
And open that door, boy, and you sign your death warrant.
I can take care of myself.
Dad!
What are you doing here?
Zeb, we'll go once.
I'm staying.
Zeb, they're coming to kill you.
I got a gun.
The whole village, Zeb.
In the multitude of counselors, there's safety.
You shut up.
Zeb, Gus is bringing the village to kill you. They say you're a Loop-Garon.
I don't know no Loop-Garon.
It's not true, Zeb. I know it's not true.
Maybe it is. You better get.
I'll not leave without you.
Maybe I'm what they say I am. I don't know.
You're not, Zeb. It's Gus. He's made him this way. He's made him angry.
You better get. I may hurt you like I hurt the others.
Brother, help me.
Love is as strong as death. Jealousy is
Zeb,
cruel
I
as
beg
the
you.
grave.
I plead with you. Leave before you kill. Leave for my sake.
What? For your sake?
For me, Zeb. For Marie. Zeb!
There ain't no longer water, but use a little wine for thy stomach's sake. Timothy 3.
All right. All right, I'll go.
Quickly. Into the swamp. They'll not see us in the darkness.
If the blind lead the blind, both fall into the ditch. Matthew 14. I'm covered with.
This way.
I'll lead the way.
I'm covered waiting.
We'll wait for Brother Cox.
We can't wait, Zeb.
Brother Cox.
Where now goes? I will go. But I think I'll nap a little bit.
Zeb, we can't wait.
All right. Follow me.
Zeb, I'm with you, Zeb.
It's no use.
Zeb, please.
Maybe they're right.
They're not right, Zeb. Try again.
Maybe I'll give up, huh?
I can't find it. You can't, Zeb. Try.
Marie.
It's no matter. You go without me.
You cut your leg.
Go without me, Zeb. It's your life.
Oh, it's no use running now.
There. Have your match.
What? A match?
Quicker. Here, Tony. It's our only chance.
Here.
It's gone.
I can see you, both of you, where you think you're smart, huh? You're making a big fool out of us. Hey, Marie, you make love to this stranger behind my back. You think I don't know, huh? Gosh knows. Now I come to get you, my pretty one. Both of you.
It's coming, Zeb.
I'm ready for it.
You do not make fool out of God.
Zeb, you got a knife.
I get the Loop-Garon. Got it. My throat. No, I ain't no Loop-Garon. No. I ain't no Loop-Garon. No. I ain't no Loop-Garon.
He's dead. I killed him.
Marie!
Yes?
Marie, you're not hurt.
Papa. Gus is dead.
I killed him.
Gus came with a knife. He tried to kill them.
Oh, I see.
The others. They gone?
They've gone.
Will they come looking for us?
No. They fear the evil swamp spirit.
Can we go back now, Papa?
Yes. Gus was the evil spirit. And the Loop-Garon is dead.
Under the direction of Norman MacDonald, Escape has brought you The Loop-Garon by William Froug, starring Bill Conrad, with John Daner, Georgia Ellis, and Forrest Lewis. Featured in the cast were Tom Tully, Lou Krugman, Jack Crucian, and Don Diamond. Editorial supervision is by John Meston, and the special music for Escape is composed and conducted by Leith Stevens. Next week.
You are standing alone and trembling in an ancient cathedral, while outside, somewhere in the night, is the stranger who's been stalking you, seeking out your life.
So listen next week when Escape brings you Kathleen Height's strange tale of adventure, transport to terror. Agnes Agnes Moorehead, the First Lady of Suspense, makes her 19th starring appearance tomorrow night on CBS Radio Suspense. Don't miss Agnes Moorehead in Death and Miss Turner tomorrow night over most of these same CBS radio stations. Stay tuned now for Robert Trout and the News, which follows immediately over most of these same stations. Roy Rowan speaking. And remember, you're invited to Art Linkletter's house party every weekday on the CBS Radio Network.
Ever dream of a life of romantic adventure? Want to get away from it all? We offer you Escape.
Escape, designed to free you from the four walls of today for a half hour of high adventure.
You are standing in a jungle clearing, lost in the wilds of Ecuador, while surrounding you and creeping slowly closer is a party of Popoyan headhunters who are waiting only for the sun to set before making you their prize.
Listen now as Escape brings you Ross Murray's exciting story, Incident in Quito.
Manuel. Hola, Manuel.
Huh? Oh, Ramon.
What are you doing here? It is the first of the month.
Already?
Already?
Oh, I'm upset. I cannot even remember the day.
What is wrong, my friend?
Would you like some wine?
I would.
Wait then, I will get it. Oh, sit, Ramon.
Thank you.
For you?
Gracias.
Bueno.
Sí. You said that you are upset?
Oh, yes.
What is it, Manuel?
Oh, it is about Senor Harvey.
The American explorer? It's been a long time since Quito has had so much excitement, huh?
Yes, I know.
To shoot such a beautiful young wife. The man must be mad.
He is.
Truly?
Truly.
But why should his madness upset you?
Oh, I knew him. I did business with him.
Well, again, what has this to do with you?
More wine?
Please.
Your help.
And yours, my good friend.
Well. Yes. Ramon, did you know that Senor Harvey was married once before?
No, I did not.
Well, he was. To a woman named Edith, a woman a bit older than he was.
Oh?
Yeah, was this Doña Edith who was his patron as well as his wife. She financed his exploration since Senor Harvey was young and he had no reputation.
Oh. But what has all
Patience, my friend.
Bueno.
You know the Popoyan group of the Jibaro?
Yes, I know.
Well, it was not known until 10 years ago that they could shrink the heads of their enemies without the usual distortion.
This, too, I know.
Well, Senor Harvey learned of their discovery and convinced Doña Edith that to be the first to secure several of these heads would ensure his reputation.
How fortunate to have such a patron,
Not so, Ramon.
Oh, but why not?
Because Doña Edith was a cruel woman. At no time did she forget to remind him that all he had was hers to give. And you must understand.
Coming to this pest hole without a single civilized comfort to remind me that I am not a filthy native.
But, Edith, I've done all I could.
It has not been enough. We're going
But
back.
we'll be there tomorrow. You know what this means to me.
To you. What about to me?
I didn't ask you to come along.
No, you didn't. But I am paying for this miserable expedition, and don't you ever forget it.
No, I won't.
And if I choose to come along, that is my business. And if I choose to return now, that is also my business.
But it's only one more day.
If I have to go through one more day without washing my hair,
We've been through this before. Yes, Edith, I know you have lovely hair. It's the longest, blondest, most beautiful hair I've ever seen. But I'm sick and tired of hearing you talk about it.
Oh?
Why don't you talk about what I'm trying to do? About how I've walked and sweated and rotted trying to make a career for myself. Talk about the things I've sacrificed. About the comforts I've given up.
Are you finished?
Yes. I'm sorry, Edith. I didn't mean to.
Oh, stop it, Frank. Don't be a hypocrite. You're not sorry, and you know it. Don't worry, you can have your one day more, but only one more. Tomorrow night, we start back.
Edith.
What do you want?
I'll see what I can do about a place for you to clean up when we get there.
Thanks. We've been here almost all day. I told you we were wasting our time.
But you can't rush these people.
They've got till sundown. If they're not here by then, I'm leaving.
They'll be here. That's what the drums are for. It takes time to relay messages to the tribal centers.
As I said, sundown.
But you can't start back at night. You'd get lost as soon as you left the clearing.
I might, but Alfaro wouldn't.
Alfaro? But he's
my guide. I'm paying him. And he'll take me wherever I want to go and whenever I want to go.
Can't you forget about your money for 1 minute?
You wouldn't be here if it weren't for my money. And while we're on the subject, let me tell you about my latest decision.
Decision?
Yes. I've decided that this is the last trip you'll make. I can't stand them anymore.
But I told you, you don't have to come along. I know it isn't fair for you to have to go through all this.
That's why there won't be any more trips.
I can't go alone, is that it?
Exactly. So you had better make this try a good one. There won't be another dime for me.
Look, Edith, Alfaro rigged some sort of a shower deal down near the stream. Why don't you freshen up a bit? Maybe we can talk this over a little later when you feel better.
There's nothing to talk over. You have until Sunday.
Why must you always...
Senor, they are here. Look, the west trail. The Popoyan.
Good, Alfaro. Take them over to the trunks. I'll be there in a minute.
Si, senor.
Well, Edith, they're here.
I heard.
You see, darling, I told you that...
It doesn't alter my decision. As I said before, you have until sundown.
Don't worry, I'll be ready. The toughest part is over. Pack up, Edith. We'll leave at sundown.
I have done as you requested. The trunks are unlocked and the trade goods are ready to show.
Good. Have you talked to the chief?
See, and we must hurry. They start back to the village by nightfall.
Well, that's all right. We'll have what we want by then. First off, who do we trade with? The whole group or just the chief?
The chief, senor. That is the rule of the Jibaro people.
I see. Well, let's get started. Call the chief up here and open the small trunk first.
Oh, Senor Harvey, to do that would be the insult. We must take the trunk to him.
All right. Come on. Easy, Duncan. Well, tell the chief we're honored by his presence, that we have some things for him that will make him very happy.
Buru gamilak mino di kain sum vendoromasi. Esto me le cuestiga vendoro Vincenta.
Yeah. And tell him, Alfaro, that it would make me very happy if he would give me in exchange a sample or two of his very famous handiwork.
Sama gonrinto este guru cuestiga vendoro machine que le borgívaro pues tomo por daro male Vincenta.
What did he say, Alvaro?
He said he will wait and see what you have to trade.
All right. Let's start with the small one first. Show him the knives.
Si, Senor Harvey.
Tell him these knives are made of the finest metal, and there's one for every member of the tribe.
Si. San Calibendo Marisa Mohuru, Campuestamo, se fan de pulquara rinto.
Nado.
He said no, Senor Harvey.
Well, then let's go to the mirrors in the bottom of the trunk. But hurry, we haven't much time. I don't know why we've had so much trouble. We've shown them everything we have. What's wrong with him?
He said we have nothing good to trade.
He's crazy. You tell him there must be something here he wants. Go, tell him.
I cannot. To contradict the chief is to die. No, senor, we have failed. Sundown has come.
All right, then. Well, tell him I'll be back in a few weeks. Ask him what he wants me to bring back. Ask him if he'll meet us in the clearing when I get...
Go, Frank. Alfaro, get the rest of the boys together. You're coming with us, Frank?
Give me a few minutes, Edith. I want to tell the chief I'll be back.
You won't be back. I meant what I said this afternoon.
Well, then give me a minute or two to break off the meeting. It's too risky to get up and leave abruptly. These people live by ritual.
You've got 5 minutes. Alfaro?
Si, senora.
I want you in the clearing in 5 minutes. Whether Mr. Harvey is with you or not. Do you understand?
I understand.
I'll expect you. Remember, 5 minutes, Frank.
Alfaro, tell the chief what I've...
Rogo my evento.
What does he want?
He says he wishes to trade.
Tell him, Alfaro. Tell him he can have all the trunks, everything, anything.
Viru ganivendo se vende.
Bravo. Well, ask him what he wants, then.
Questano bondo vendara.
Maro kinda si tamavinga undo sayo orgas kivaro.
Nado.
What is it, Alfaro?
I cannot tell you, senor. I cannot.
Tell me.
Please, senor.
I said tell me.
He said that he will give you 10 heads.
Go on.
He will give you 10 heads for the head of the blonde woman who just walked out of here.
Tell him that the woman who just walked out of here is my wife.
Si, senor Harvey. Ondo saloras estombo sendimo.
Udo que stami sa orgasivero vendamo ki mai san ki fanda.
Does he understand, Alfaro?
No, senor.
What do you mean?
He said, understand, senor. I only tell you what you want to know. He said, what good is a wife if you cannot trade her for something you want very much?
Come in. Oh, my boy, it's good to see you back. We've missed you at the museum. Welcome home.
Thanks, Clifton.
I'm terribly sorry about Edith.
Yes, I know. I wish I could have brought her home for a decent burial. But she died 4 days from the Papoyan village.
Too bad you failed when you were so close to success.
I didn't fail, Clifton.
What do you mean?
I brought you 10 of the Papoyan heads.
We will return to Escape and tonight's story in just a moment. Add Godfrey to anything and it comes out fun. Tomorrow night, add to Arthur Godfrey's merrymaking the talents of a songbird, a tenor, a lyric soprano, and a vocal instrumental group. And it comes out another sparkling 30 minutes of pleasure with Arthur Godfrey's Talent Scouts. Be sure to be here tomorrow night on most of these same CBS radio stations. And now, back to Escape.
Bueno. Manuel? How do you know of what has been done by Senor Harvey? And why should it make the despair upon you?
Well, I can answer but one question at a time, my friend.
Oh, forgive me.
Now, have I not already told you that the madness is upon the senor?
See, you have.
Well, there you are. My cousin, twice removed on my wife's side, he's with the police. His lips that I learned what Senor Harvey has told Encerrado, the chief of police.
Sí. But again, I must ask, what has this to do with you?
I will tell you.
Gracias.
Senor Harvey acted as a man desolate with grief at the loss of his wife, Doña Edith. But his reputation was assured when he returned with the tempo beyond shrunken heads.
See, naturally.
Now, all this was almost 10 years ago.
One thing, Manuel.
What is that, Don Ramon?
What of Alfaro? Why did he not tell her what happened?
Foolish, Ramon, not to know how silence can be bought with money.
Of course. Continue.
Besides, Alfaro died of the fever of the jungle now 2 years after.
Oh,
And so Senor Harvey embraced the world. But never did he return to Peru, Ecuador, or Colombia.
Then why did
I am coming to that, please.
Oh, I am rude. Forgive me.
Forgive him. For almost 10 years he was alone. Then he met and married the woman Doña Gloria, of whom we know. Soon after the wedding, he was called to the office of Senor Clifton of the International Museum. It was there that the beginning of what was
If it's true, there should be a wealth of information about the Conquistador Orellana, Pizarro's lieutenant, who died over 400 years ago.
You know how I feel about going to Ecuador.
Surely, Frank, but
Besides, Gloria and I want a honeymoon. We haven't really had one.
Well, we could make the trip to Ecuador our honeymoon, dear.
No, you don't understand, Gloria. It was in Ecuador.
I do understand, Frank. That's why I want to go. I want to be there with you. To help you fight whatever it is that's kept you away all these years. You can't fight it alone. Please let me help you.
I can't do it.
You've got to. There isn't a man in the profession that's as good at evaluating a find as you are.
What about Carson?
I want you.
Richards is available.
He can stay available. I want you.
Please, Frank.
Exactly what would you want me to do down there?
Good boy. You won't regret.
I haven't said I was going. Tell me what you want done first.
Just this. Go to the village we mentioned, pick up the guide, and check the spot where Orellana was supposed to have had his main camp over 400 years ago.
Then what?
Well, that's it. If what this native stumbled on is really the old Orellano base camp, then there should be enough material around to fill in a blank spot in the story of the conquest of the Incas.
That's all?
That's all. Just check the authenticity of the find.
All right, I'll do it. But I warn you, I'm traveling light. No digging equipment. I'll check the find and send you a report within a week. Let somebody else dig the curios out.
Fine.
You'll take care of the passports, visas, and clearances with the Ecuadorian authorities.
You won't have to do a thing but pack.
How soon do you want me to leave?
Well, how soon can you get ready?
Gloria?
Whenever you're ready, dear.
3 days, Clifton.
3 days it is.
Frank.
Yes?
Thank you.
It's all right. I didn't realize Ecuador meant so much to you.
It does. Very much.
We've been cooped up in this stinking hotel for a week now.
Frank, dear, sit down.
I can't sit down. If it hadn't been for the rain, I'd have been in and out of the village 2 days ago.
But it is raining, and we have to stay here. Please don't torture
Oh,
yourself.
Gloria, please, leave me alone.
I don't mean to bother you, Frank. I just hate to feel like this.
Do you think I like being this way?
Of course not. But if you'd only relax.
Oh, Gloria, please.
Must you drink so much you've been drinking?
Will you shut up? If I want to drink, I'll drink.
I'm sorry, Frank.
Then why don't you think about what you're going to say before you say it? And you wouldn't have to be so everlastingly sorry all the time.
I was only trying to help.
I don't need any help.
Frank, what's the matter?
Nothing's the matter.
Oh, Frank, darling, don't.
This trip wasn't my idea. Remember that. Now, where's that other glass? Oh, here.
Frank?
What?
It stopped raining.
Let me see. Good.
Where are you going?
To the village to get my guide. I should be back in a few days.
Is there anything I can do?
Yes. Be packed and ready to leave for home as soon as I return.
Is that all?
And that's all. I'll see you in a few days.
Frank,
Yeah?
aren't you going to kiss me goodbye?
Huh? Oh. Yes, of course.
Lots of luck, darling.
Yeah. Thanks. Goodbye.
Welcome, Senora. Welcome to the curio shop of Manuel Furtado. How may I be of service?
Well, I'm looking for a gift for a friend.
My shop is yours, Senora.
And, well, I'd like something unique.
Ah, you have come to the only place in Quito where it can be found. This way, please, Senora. Now, here is a dagger. Very, very old. Worn by Fernando Aguilar, a trusted lieutenant of the conquistador Benalcazar.
Oh, it's handsome.
Mm-hmm.
Shouldn't a relic like this be in a museum?
It should, Senora. But Manuel Furtado has a friend or two in the savage heart of Ecuador. And occasionally I manage to acquire some small tokens such as this.
I don't think I've ever seen one like it.
Of course not. It is the dagger of Aguilar. Observe the tracery of silver.
Mm-hmm.
How delicately the setting embraces the precious stones. Truly, it is magnificent.
Yes, it is. But it's not what I'm looking for.
Then here. This necklace carries the throat of the daughter of Atahualpa, one of the greatest of the Incas.
Exquisite.
Senora, the word is not sufficient to describe its beauty.
I know. But I can't buy it.
But why not?
Well, I'm looking for something for a man.
Oh, then the dagger is exactly the thing for him.
No, that's not it either. I'm looking for something really unusual. Really different.
Oh, if the senora requires something unusual, would she be interested in an article which my friends from the interior consider unusual too?
Oh, yes.
It is quite expensive.
Well, I'll pay anything within reason.
It will cost somewhat more than you may be prepared to pay.
Well, why don't you let me be the judge of that?
Very well, then, senora. If you will follow me.
Gloria? Gloria.
Frank, darling. Oh, I've been months.
It's been exactly 5 days.
It's been 5 years.
Me too.
Well, what about the Oriana treasure?
The real thing. I checked it pretty carefully.
Oh, Clifton will be pleased.
Any one of a half dozen men could have done what I did.
Oh, he didn't think so.
I do. I need a drink.
Oh, I found a bottle of Jameson in a little store around the corner.
Irish? Great. Where?
In the cabinet over there.
I'll get it. Let's get out of here. If I have to stay here another day, I'll lose my mind.
Just as soon as you're ready, dear.
That's right now.
Frank, don't you think...
Think what?
I'm
drinking too much? Go ahead and say it.
No, it's not that. It's nothing. I have a surprise for you.
A surprise?
Mm-hmm. I found it at a curio shop in town.
Where is it?
Close your eyes.
Why?
Play the game my way, or you don't get it at all.
All right. But it better be good.
It will be. Eyes shut.
Shut.
Give me a hand.
Here.
Follow me. Now, open.
Where did you get it?
A man. A man with friends in the interior.
Don't tell me what he said. I know what he said.
But
he told you, didn't he? He told you about her.
Her? I don't understand.
Her. The head. He told you.
Frank.
He told you, didn't he? Now you know what happened to her.
Please.
Or did you have it figured out all the time? You and Clifton. That's what it was. You both knew about it before we even came here. Why I didn't want to come back. Why I was...
Stop it.
And you set it up to make me tell. You thought I'd see the head. And I'd tell you. Tell that I killed Edith.
Frank, you killed...
That's her. Look. Go on. Look at her. Look.
Frank, I didn't know. I did not...
Gloria. Gloria. Gloria!
And that, my friend, is why I'm upset.
I see.
But what can I do? Life must go on.
Yeah, true. Well, I must clear myself away. I have other customers to visit. Oh, please, Manuel, can you give me your order now?
Oh, of course.
What is it you want this month?
Oh, my stock is moving a little slow this month. So for now, just give me 3 of the Fernando Aguilar daggers.
Sí.
5 of the Atahualpa necklaces.
Sí. That will be all?
That will be all. Ramon.
What is it, Manuel?
I almost forgot something.
Oh, what?
Make me up half a dozen shrunken heads.
Sí, I will do that.
Ramon.
Sí, Manuel?
Make one of them blonde again. I like to have one in stock for the customer who wants something unusual.
Under the direction of Anthony Ellis, Escape has brought you Incident in Quito by Ross Murray, starring Larry Thor as Frank Harvey. Featured in the cast were Gene Bates, Edgar Barrier, Don Diamond, Fay Baker, Jack Crucian, and Tony Barrett. Editorial supervision is by John Meston, and the special music for Escape is composed and conducted by Leith Stevens. Next week.
You are lying in a wartime prison camp, surrounded by a desperate and brutal enemy. While your own forces are slowly approaching to save you, your frightened captors are planning to kill you.
So listen next week when Escape brings you Anthony Ellis's exciting story, 4 Went Home. If you don't know the difference between a hawk and a horse, that, as the pundits say, is a horse on you. And if you don't know the difference between CBS Radio's Bob Hawke and any ordinary quizmaster, then you'd better take steps. Yes, take steps right to your radio Monday nights and enjoy the quips, the quiz, the merriment of the Bob Hawke Show on most of these same CBS radio stations. This is Roy Rowan speaking. And remember, America now listens to 105 million radio sets and listens most to the CBS Radio Network.